All right. So, what are your thoughts about cooties? Yeah, cooties. The things that we don't want to get from somebody else. Well, I'm Jacqueline Nichols, and I'm the founder of Discover Love Matches. And for over 10 years, I've been sharing tips, tools, and ideas of inspiration. And right now, we're in the middle of a super cooties issue. And this one's really interesting. I think about all the times that people have been hesitant to go on a date because, they don't want to kiss somebody that has a cold. They don't want to hold hands with somebody that maybe takes something contagious. They don't want to be sexual and get the gift that keeps on giving. Well, now we're in a really crazy time where we're actually across the entire world told we can't even hug. We can't share a straw with somebody. We can't share a meal with somebody. We can't even go to public locations together and have fun flirting across the bar. Like, come on, this is cruel and unusual punishment for us super social people, our huggers of the world. But it's also a really great time to step back and think about what are some of the things that have held you back with dating. Right now, you don't get to choose if you get to go on a date. You don't even get to choose if you get to have a random hookup because we are quarantined. We are not able to get out the way that we did before. So I am feeling really strongly that a lot of you are probably having a lot of questions, wondering in your life, like, why are you by yourself right now? Why didn't you make more time for dating? What is it that you want to do differently? And what is it that it's going to be different for you when we get out of our quarantine? I mean, I love that we're getting this reboot in many ways, but I admit I miss my happy hour. I miss time with my friends. I miss getting out and flirting, but I'm also enjoying the thought, the feeling, the experience of us saying, hey, okay, since we're being put in timeout, since we're being told we can't do our usual things, what is our new normal? What is our new way of interacting? What is a new way to connect? And for so long, when you're going on a date and you're getting to know someone, you're kind of wondering what is it that they might have, a disease that you need to be careful in being sexually intimate. Maybe they've got a cold sore and you're worried you're going to get that if you kiss. There's so many layers of things that are contagious. There's so many layers of things that are the gift that keep on giving. But now we can't even touch somebody, we can't even see if we could get something. And I think this is something that we need to think about when it comes to this new form of communication. Now we need to turn to virtual dates, meeting somebody online in a way that is an interaction. You just pop onto one of these social media networks that allow for that interaction. But the nice thing is you can actually dig deeper. You can ask more questions. You can also show somebody you want to be there for them. This is a very emotional time for everyone. And it's actually kind of a nice time to show you're willing to step up for another person. You're willing to check in on them, see how they're doing. I am absolutely checking in on so many wonderful people in my life, way more than I did before. And I'm also seeing that in return. I am so appreciative of the amount of text messages and phone calls and Facebook messages that I'm receiving from people letting me know I want to make sure I'm still healthy and happy and doing okay, or getting my social interaction in for the day via phone or video. And I think it's important that we stop and think, what are all those things that have held you back with dating? Now that you're being forced to not have physical contact, you get to have emotional contact. You get to have deeper thoughts, deeper feelings. And guess what? You can't catch any of those colds or sexually transmitted diseases. You can't catch anything. You can't catch a cold of any sort, a virus from anyone, if you stick to staying at home and staying healthy. But that doesn't mean your heart doesn't long for it. Doesn't mean that your desires and your wishes aren't still there. But I want to really challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, get a video date going with someone, be appropriate, have some fun with it, let your flirting happen, let yourselves discover one another, and just, get excited anticipation of when you get to meet in person for real. Or if you've been dating someone, but yet you can't get together, obviously, because of the quarantine, keep the flirting going, keep the conversations going. Don't take it for granted that that person has shown an interest in you and then just act like everything else in the world is more important, because when it comes down to it, having somebody that has your back, who cares about you, even when they're not going to get a kiss goodnight, when they're not going to get a good morning wake up breakfast with you, they're not going to get sex, they're not going to get some of the things that we usually get in a relationship. Instead, it's kind of like in good times and bad times. Well, this is kind of a bad time. It is difficult, but it also can be a really good time, because it's going to allow you a chance to dig deeper. It's going to allow you to show up better, because you really don't have a lot of excuses for not communicating because everyone's home, but you also have a chance to really think about what kind of a person you want to be in a relationship. Who are the people you want to date? Are you hearing from people that really care about you? Or are you hearing from people that are disappointed you can't connect for a quick Friday night get together? So I want you to think about all the things that have held you back. I know I have a cooties issue, and I've always said, wouldn't it be cool if your date could walk through a little scan machine and say, oh, all clear, I'm good, no cooties here. Then you can progress on the whole fun and flirting, dating, and letting it unfold. Well, now we're in such a strange place where we can't get together to even find out. So I want you to take some time, think about all of your own walls. What are the things that you've been doing to keep people away from you? Now that they're away, I bet you're missing them a lot. I'm sure missing all those wonderful people that I usually have been so close to, and that I feed off the energy of others. I love my happy hour isn't just so that I can get drinks. It's good cheap food often, but I meet people, I interact, I chat with the bartender, I chat with the people sitting there. I've made so many amazing friendships just by going out for my happy hour at the local pub. And that is something that I am craving so much, and I will be doing as fast as the streets are opened up again, the restaurants are open again, and we can go out and play. But in the meantime, we have many ways to connect. So I want to hear from you how you are connecting in this wonderful transformation time where we can't have our usual dates that we know so well. I'll look forward to chatting with you again soon. Let's keep this conversation going.